Welcome to this week's episode of Inside Iona Sports. I'm your host, Dylan LeBron, and I'm wearing a turtleneck. Let's get into it. Breaking news in the MLB. The Associated Press has released that the league has canceled spring training and the games through March 4th due to the lockout. This comes as the MLB set a deadline for a new agreement to be made on a CBA by February 28th. And the last meeting between the MLB and MLBPA lasted all of 15 minutes. As of right now, the regular season is in grave danger of being delayed or worse, canceled. The MLB and the Players Union will meet on the 20th to sort things out. In the NFL, the season is officially over with the Los Angeles Rams sitting on top of the league as Super Bowl champs. The Rams beat the Bengals 23-20 off Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp's late game heroics. Kupp was named game MVP. ICTV's Matthew Lucen took to campus to get student reactions on the big game.
I'm Matthew Lucen, outside of Ryan Library, asking Iona students their thoughts on Super Bowl 56. Who did you want to win the Super Bowl?
Definitely wanted the Bengals to win. Joe Shiesty, everyone loves that guy.
I was going for the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Rams.
I wanted the Bengals to win.
What was your thought on the final score?
Well, even though I wanted the Bengals to win, I saw that the Rams really deserved that win and they played really hard to get it.
I didn't mind it just because it was nice to see Matthew Stafford win a Super Bowl.
Definitely should have been a much more one-sided game if Odell didn't get hurt. Rams played a little better.
I mean, wasn't entirely pleased because the Bengals didn't win, but no one could really lose in that situation. Everyone was happy whether or not the Rams or Bengals won.
Did you think Cooper Kupp should have won Super Bowl MVP?
Yes, he was the only reason they won that game. Their only offense in the fourth.
He was an outstanding player all year, and I really think he deserved MVP.
Yeah, he really stepped up after OBJ's injury, so he deserved it 100%.
Absolutely not. It should have been Aaron Donald. He made two of the plays that completely ended the game. So,
students here at Iona had wavering opinions on who should have won the Super Bowl, but they all seemed very content with the outcome of the game. For ICTV, I'm Matthew Lucen.
Star defensive end Aaron Donald teased a retirement after the Rams won the championship, but Donald says he'll run it back with LA if the team re-signs Von Miller and Odell Beckham Jr. Staying in the NFL, on February 1st, former Dolphins head coach Brian Flores issued a class action lawsuit against the NFL and 3 of its teams. He also alleged racism in the league's hiring process. This started when Flores was contacted by New England head coach Bill Belichick congratulating Brian on getting the Giants head coaching job. Flores quickly realized that Belichick was talking about former Bills offensive coordinator Brian Daboll. Flores and his legal team went on the ESPN show Get Up and questioned why a coach outside the Giants organization would have this type of information.
And there's backroom dealings and information that Coach Belichick knows. Why? Why is that being discussed? Why do people have this information?
Flores felt his interview with the Giants was just to comply with the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule is, quote, an NFL diversity policy that mandates teams interview ethnic minority candidates outside the organization for coaching and front office positions, end quote. The other lawsuits are against the Dolphins and the Broncos. Flores alleges that Dolphins owner Stephen Ross offered incentives to tank games for a better draft position in 2019. He was also offered $100,000 for every game they lost. In the suit, Flores says that Ross was quote-unquote mad when the team won games late in the season. Flores felt that his reluctance to comply with Ross led to his exit in Miami.
To disrespect the game that way was something that, trust was lost, and there were certainly some strained relationships.
The Broncos are being sued by Flores because of a past interview in 2019 where Flores accused general manager John Elway and other executives showing up to the interview late and intoxicated. Flores was in the running for 2 head coaching positions with the Texans and the Saints. He notified both teams of his decision to file a lawsuit, but is still very interested in coaching. It would be on February 7th and 8th that both head coaching jobs would be filled, and now Flores looks to add the Texans in his lawsuit, alleging the Texans did not hire Flores due to his legal actions. In Beijing, the 2022 Winter Olympics are underway and the action has been non-stop. ICTV's Harrison Dumont went to campus to see what students think about this year's Winter Games.
I'm Harrison Dumont outside of Ment Hall, and I'm asking students what they think about this year's Winter Olympics.
Team USA is doing pretty good out there, for snowboarding especially.
This year's Winter Olympics are taking place in Beijing for the first time. With so many different sports to compete in, students share their favorite sport to watch.
I like to watch the half pipe, snowboard half pipe. That's always pretty fun.
Probably snowboarding.
Snowboarding, of course.
Definitely the snowboarding.
I agree, the snowboarding.
Students weigh in on what they believe is the hardest sport for Olympians to compete in.
Either skeleton or bobsled. Actually, skeleton. That thing's terrifying.
The bobsledding looks pretty hard.
It's probably like figure skating and stuff like that because it's just like, it's so hard to judge and there's so many good people out there.
Students share their predictions on what country will walk out of Beijing with the most medals.
We gotta say USA. That's where we're from, so USA all the way.
USA, of course. USA is the best, man. We win almost, we get the most medals every year, so USA all the way.
And what are expectations for America this year in the Olympics?
Nothing but the best because,
Golds.
USA on top.
Always gold.
I think they're going to win everything.
As you can see, students here are very excited for the Olympics and ready for the U.S. to bring home more gold. For ICTV, I'm Harrison Dumont, signing off.
As of this recording, the U.S. sits at third in the medal count with 8 gold and 21 total medals. In other news, NBA All-Star Weekend is set to kick off, and unlike last year, it's the full weekend. The Celebrity All-Star Game will take place Friday, February 18th, followed by the Rising Stars Game. All-Star Saturday night will include the Skills Challenge, three-point contest, and of course, the Dunk Contest. Headlined by Cole Anthony, Jalen Green, Juan Toscano Anderson, and New York Knicks forward Obi Toppin. On Sunday the 20th is what it's all about, the All-Star Game. Team LeBron goes against Team Durant, and the MVP of the game will receive the redesigned Kobe Bryant All-Star MVP award. In Iona news, the esports team will be getting a new head coach as Coach Valencia announced his resignation on the 17th. Valencia appointed Matt Grimaldi as the interim head coach. Lastly, the men's basketball team's win streak came to an end on the 6th, losing to Niagara 80-71. The Gales looked to bounce back against Siena, but came up short 70-64. With back-to-back losses, Iona was on a mission, winning their last two against Monmouth and St. Peter's. The next game the Gales are in action will be against Fairfield on February 20th. That's going to do it for this week's episode. Make sure to check out our news and entertainment segments, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook. For ICTV, I'm Dylan LeBron.